Hiya guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Sean Hills and this is A Soul's Experience, a channel dedicated to helping the human race remember who we really are. So I made a video and just released a video yesterday about 3 potential events that could be the catalyst of 2025, because I know that something massive happens this year. But there's one thing I thought I would leave to do a video about all on its own, because this year is energetically linked to what happened 5 years ago. And I've seen many other different things in my visions. I've seen volcanic activity over in Italy. I've seen something happen between America, Russia and Germany, and some cahoots going on. And then I've seen stuff about Betelgeuse the star. But what I cannot ignore, what we should not ignore, is the very basis of this year being energetically linked to 5 years ago. So there's a theory I'm throwing out there called the double bluff plandemic. The double bluff plandemic is, let's just pull out of here safely, is where they done what they did 5 years ago, which was blow up something that was just really and truly the flu. It was a respiratory flu type thing, and it was blown out of proportion specifically to see the levels of control that could be gained. But it could be the double bluff, where this year, if it's energetically linked to 5 years ago, right, they could release something that is absolutely deadly, and we believe it not to be so because of what happened 5 years ago, creating the double bluff. And this could be a very real possibility. How many people who now do not trust the science, or do not trust what they're being told about the science? How many people, if they heard, oh, they're trying this old play trick again, they're trying this again, how many people would blow it off as another woo-woo fake thing that they're all just trying to control us with, when it actually could turn out to be something really quite serious, you know? And it could lead to devastation if something serious was to come about this year. So just keep it in mind. If you hear of something going around again, it might be a little bit more serious than what happened before. But in order to know what the catalyst is going to be, we're going to need to know the reasons behind the catalyst, and there lies the problem. One of the problems. It's not an unsolvable problem, but it's a puzzle, because there's so many. There are so many reasons for this earth to have to change. The earth itself, it can't continue. It cannot continue in the state that it is in, with this level of aggression riding its surfaces, this level of territorial, old Piscean age ways of control and blind faith. You know, so the earth itself, so there's the volcanic activity. You know, the wild weather that we keep seeing, the earth waking up, the earthquakes, the volcanoes shooting off. You know, the visions I have of the volcanoes in Italy going off, the big ones. But then we have the structure of the system on Earth needs to go. It needs to be reset. That cannot continue in the way. If we continue on the path we're currently on, it will surely lead to our extinction. So that needs to change. So there's another thing. There's just the power control system needs to change. The fact that there's a few people on planet Earth that will never have to worry ever in their whole entire life about having to go hungry. And then there's the majority that all they think about is feeding their family. That needs to change. That cannot continue. For the simple fact that human beings will not be able to evolve into their true potential when they are focused solely on survival. We were not intended to just, it's been drummed into us like survival, fight or flight. That is not a natural state of being. To have to run away or fight. That isn't our natural state of being. That's been created to keep us in a vibration of fear. Because when you're in a vibration of fear, we're not in our true state of being. And why do they not want us in our true state of being? Because when you become your true state of being, you cannot be controlled, you cannot be trapped, you cannot be manipulated, you cannot be lied to. There is no lie on planet Earth that you can't detect. There is no truth that you can't see. There is no injustice that you can't unsee. And you become a natural spiritual warrior. You find your true state of being, which is unconditional love. Then you want to change the world. You want to make things better, which goes against the dark. It goes against the agenda of the dark. Because we are the agenda of the light. We have always been the agenda of the light and will always be the agenda of the light. Always. Now, can people born with the agenda of the light make mistakes as human beings which were pre-planned? Not really mistakes, but lessons to be learnt. Yes, of course, we're here for a human experience. But that is what the human experience is. Coming away from divinity, coming away from perfection. To get lost. To be found. To be the broken vase that is welded back together with 24 karat divinity gold. To be the light in the dark when you've been the dark. You know? To know of the dark so you may shine your light brighter in there and heal and teach. Not just our wounds, but ancestral wounds. How many of us have grown up with the problems of our parents, of our grandparents? Their problems burdened upon our shoulders for us to fix, for us to mend, because they weren't ready in their stage of evolution. Because this is the generation that it will heal, that will fix. This is the generation that can be the light in the dark. This is the generation that has its eyes open. And for those that are still with their eyes closed, the catalyst of this year will surely be big enough to open even the blindest of eyes. And that's what the catalyst is about. Now, the battle has already been won. We are going into a golden age. However, like a wounded animal fighting for its last breath, the agenda of the darkness will try anything, even in vain. Even if it knows it is in defeat, the agenda of the darkness will try anything to keep us in the dark. It's their purpose. We can't blame them for that. It's literally their purpose. Without the dark, they wouldn't be us. There wouldn't be light. So we need each other to exist. However, we don't have to accept. We can love, but we don't have to accept. Because evolution can never remain stagnant. Evolution that goes stagnant, goes sick, it goes ill. It is no longer needed if it is not moving. So the movement of evolution itself, the movement of the universe, is designed in such a way that there will always be an unlimited amount of darkness, and there will always be an unlimited amount of light to fight. No, I don't want to use the word fight. Light to brighten the darkness, to brighten. not to fight, to brighten. There will always be an unlimited amount of light to brighten the darkness. And the game, the movement, the evolution of life will continue in such a way. However, darkness had become stagnant on this planet. Darkness has been here a long time on Earth. And it's festering. And it's becoming so dark. So far removed from divinity that it is at real serious risk of being lost. But there is an unlimited amount of light in me, in you, in our great creator, in our great saviour Jesus Christ. There is an unlimited amount of light, and we want Earth back. We love the darkness. Thank you for your service. But we are no longer accepting the stagnation of this darkness, the stagnation of this satanic, demonic energy that has inhabited Earth for far too long now. And so this catalyst that may appear fearful and destructive may appear beautiful in its divinity, in its holiness. But ultimately, it will appear. And that is the main thing. It will appear. And when it does, whether it's the Plandemmic, whether it's the solar flare of Beetlejuice, whether it's the volcano, whether it's the WARs, number 3, whether it's all of them, it will happen. And I want to thank you for being down here with me and all of us at this great time of awakening, because it is tough. But it is beautiful, and if there's one thing we like on Earth, it's a little bit of beauty. So till next time, please take care of yourselves and just keep it chilled. Just keep things chilled. Don't do anything too stressful this year. You know, because it's about to get stressful. It's about to go there. It's about to do its own thing. We don't need to add to it. That's the best advice I can give anyone this year. Breathe and don't resist. It's about to get crazy. And if you're here, you signed up for it. So on that note, I love you all. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Take care for now.